plan phase, planning. Number 2 is requirement gathering. Number 3 is develop. So develop and test, I am writing in the same one, develop and test. Once the developing and test has been completed, you have deploy. And finally, the last one, let me know how can I insert a column here. Yeah, insert a row, add a row below. Okay, so deploy and then start running the software, which means you can say go live or run, no problem. So these are the different activities. I want to compare these two activities, what they are called is in SAP HCM methodology, and what these different phases are called in SAP Activate methodology. Okay, so all these phases are required in both the methodologies. If you go to SAP HCM, this planning phase is called as initial preparation. Okay, in SAP Activate, this phase is called as prepare phase. If you go to requirement gathering phase, this is called as business blueprinting phase. Okay, in SAP Activate, this is called as explore phase. If you go to develop and test, this phase is called as realization. In case of SAP SF, this develop and test is called as realization. In SAP Activate, it is called as realize. When you go to the deployment phase, it is called as final preparation. So this is initial preparation, this is final preparation. Deployment means final preparation. Here it is called as deploy. Okay, and finally, run phase. In case of SAP SDLC, here it is called as go live and support. Here it is called as run itself. So in SAP Activate, we have prepare, we have explore, we have realize, we have deploy, and then we have run. Okay, what are the different activities that we carry out in each and every phase? So let me write it here itself. What are the different activities that we do in SDLC? So planning is project management planning. Okay, what exactly project management planning includes? Finalizing the team, right? Finalizing the project structure, project management plan, finalizing the project plan, structure, project governance. These are all project management related activities which a project manager needs to do. Okay, before the actual consulting comes into the picture. The consultants will come into the picture during the requirement gathering phase. So in the requirement gathering, what will happen? Understanding the business requirements. Okay, so you will sit with the users, understanding the business requirements by discussions with users. How can you do these discussions? You can do these discussions by taking their interviews. Interviews in the sense you will sit with them and you will ask them, okay, how you are doing this thing. Okay, observations, you will see what exactly they are doing in their current system. If they want to use SAP also in the same way, so you will see the observations. You can conduct the workshops, okay, in which you will understand their business requirements, etc. Okay, so ultimately you will be conducting the requirements by sitting one-to-one with the business users, by observing them what exactly they are doing and where they want help. You can conduct the workshops where the entire team can be invited and you want to start a discussion telling them what are exactly your requirements. You are noting down those requirements, and finally you are having a requirement document. Once your requirement document is ready, you will enter in the development phase. So in the development phase, maybe you need to customize your solution. Okay, customized solution means whatever solution you are selling. In our case, we are selling SAP system. So I need to customize SAP system to suit my business requirements. Okay, or it may also require coding. So you need to code, you need to change the behavior of the system to match the requirements. Okay, and once it is developed, you will start testing it. Test whether the developed solution is meeting business requirements or not. So I got the requirements, I have the requirement already with me. I have a solution also ready. I will verify whether this solution is meeting these requirements or not. Okay, if this is matching, then I will go to the deployment phase. What I'll do in the deployment phase, I will set up the system to be used, set up the system to be used by the business. Okay, so that before I give it to the business, I want to make sure that all the settings are done and the system can be given to the end users so that they can start doing the transactions. So set up the system to be used by the business users. So these are the high level activities. If you go within each and every phase, you will find hundreds of activities. Okay, so at this moment, I am just giving you the feel, just an overview how exactly these things are done during the project. Okay, and finally, you will go to the run phase where you will start using the system. Now, we will try to enter all these details, okay, according to the methodology. So when I say SAP HCM methodology, what is done in the initial preparation, what is done in the business blueprinting, what is done in the realization, what is done in the final preparation, and finally, what you do in the go live and support. Once we complete this, we will also see SAP Activate, and then final slide, we will try to compare how SAP Activate is better compared to SAP HCM methodology. So let me go to the next slide where I will understand SAP HCM in detail. So let me first of all write all the phases of SAP HCM methodology. So it starts with initial preparation. After that, business blueprinting. These things should be very clear in your mind. Okay, you have to do this by heart because these are the things which are asked in the interviews. So initial preparation, business blueprinting, realization, final preparation. Okay, and finally you have go live and regular support, or maybe sometimes you will also find go live and support as separate activities. So initial preparation, these are all project management related activities. I don't need to enter any details. I think if you want the details, you can go to SDLC and you can see what exactly are the activities that are done during the preparation phase. So finalizing the team, finalizing the project structure, creating a project management plan, all those activities are done during the prepare phase. Normally in the prepare phase, normally in the initial preparation phase, there is not much activity from the consultants. It is totally done by the project managers. Consultant activity starts with the business blueprinting. What do you mean by business blueprint? Business blueprint is nothing but a simple document. It can be the Word file, it can be the PDF file, okay, which you will create as a consultant. Let's assume you are a consultant, or you are a SD consultant, or you are a FICO consultant in SAP. Let's assume, let's take this simple example. I am a project manager in this project, and I already completed my project management related activities. Okay, completed means whatever is required in the initial preparation phase, because project manager activities doesn't get end here. Project manager has to work throughout the project. Even after the project is closed, then also there are a lot of activities that the project manager continuously has to perform. So let's assume I have completed initial preparation activities and I have finalized the team. So one of you is a consultant who is responsible for MM. One from you is a responsible consultant for SD, and one of you is a responsible consultant for FI. Normally, CEO also is different. So just assume you are only responsible for FI. What would be your responsibility in the business blueprinting phase? So if you are MM consultant or SD consultant or FICO consultant, your responsibility is sit with the respective team. So if you are MM consultant, with which team you will sit? Who is your business user? If you are MM consultant,
Procurement.
procurement team, purchasing team, right? If you are MM consultant, you are responsible to understand the purchasing process, how this company is doing the purchasing. Okay, how many type of processes are there? Whether they are purchasing the raw material, or they are purchasing the services, or they are purchasing the assets. So all these things you need to understand in detail. What is their process? Whenever a purchase order is created, how many purchase order approvals are required? Okay, so as a MM consultant, your responsibility is to sit with the business users who are responsible for purchasing, understand their requirements, understand what they want from SAP. Okay, so you will be getting around 2 to 3 months of time just to understand their business requirement. How will you understand the business requirement? So you will sit with your end user and start conducting the interviews. So you'll go to the procurement team, you will ask them, okay, I am a SAP consultant and I am responsible for implementing SAP MM at this particular company. Can you tell me what is your end-to-end process for procurement? So they will tell you, okay, in our procurement, we have three type of procurements. We do the material procurement, we do the service procurement, and we do the asset procurement. For material procurement, these are the different stages. For service procurement, these are the different stages. These are the different approvers. So it is not very straightforward. You are getting 2 to 3 months. It is not like just one discussion and you have come up with the business blueprinting. This is the most important phase in any project, because based on this phase you will carry forward. If your this process, if this business blueprinting is not done properly, what will happen? Even if you go for realization, final preparation, and later on you will come to know that you have not understood the requirement. If you have not understood the requirement, whatever effort you put here, there will be lot of rework. Just think about this. You are, let's assume you are in a hotel and you are ordering something. You ordered a dish. Okay, the waiter has got your requirement. Okay, waiter has understood what exactly you want. But think in this way, waiter has not understood your requirement. You said something, but waiter has written something else in his paper. So the realization, which means the cook who is cooking that particular dish, he has cooked something wrong. Okay, and finally it came here, or maybe here itself when you are doing the testing. So what you will do, you will ask him to cook again. So this realization again has to be done from scratch. You have to update your business blueprint and you have to again go to the realization phase from scratch. And that is the reason this business blueprinting is a very important phase in which you have to make sure that you are utilizing your time to understand each and every requirement and clearly writing down in the business blueprint document. So business blueprint document is either a Word document or a PDF document where you captured most of the requirements from the customer, so that before you go into the realization phase, you are 100% aware what exactly is expected to be delivered to the customer, right? So you will utilize this 2 3 months of time to understand the business requirement. You will sit with the business, you will conduct various different workshops, you can see the observations, you can sit with them and you will tell them, okay, I want to sit 1 week with you. I want to know how you are doing the purchasing process. I want to know how you create the purchase order in your current system. Maybe you are not using SAP today, but at least I will understand how your purchasing process works. Right? Same way, SD consultant will go and sit with the sales team. He will understand how the sales process is working. He will understand how in the sales process